Hello dear listeners. My name is William and I'm originally from Dominica. With the Tailnas concept, Afro-Caribbean culture will be promoted for a better heritage and transmission for future generations. My island, Dominica, is located in the Caribbean and I'm going to share its history with you. Enjoy! The oldest indigenous people on the island of Dominica belong to the Arawak family of Amerindians, driven out, exterminated or assimilated by the Kalinago, Caribbean or Carib, during the 14th century. These two linguistic and cultural families came to the islands from the Venezuelan coast, via the islands of Trinidad and Tobago. Although Dominica was officially declared neutral for the next century, its natural resources remained attractive and, in the early 18th century, British and French expeditions of foresters came to harvest timber on the island. In 1635, France laid claim to Dominica. French missionaries settled there, becoming the island's first European inhabitants. Nevertheless, conflicts with the Caribbean continued, so much so that in 1660, the French and English decided that the colonization of Dominica and St. Vincent should be abandoned. Because of Dominica's geographical position between Martinique and Guadeloupe, France gradually became the most important power on the island. After the First World War, the influence of Caribbean public opinion in favor of greater autonomy led to the formation of a parliamentary political party, the Representative Government Association. Thanks to the absence of strong opposition, and playing on the frustration of the Dominican population, this party won a third of the elected seats in the Legislative Assembly in the 1924 elections, and half in those of 1936. Dominica was subsequently transferred from the colonial administration of the Leeward Islands to that of the Windward Islands, until 1958. Following the abolition of slavery in Dominica in 1838, the island became the first, and only, British colony to have a black-led local government in the 19th century. Most of the black representatives were small landowners or traders with economic and social views diametrically opposed to the interests of the large white planters. Faced with this threat, the planters asked the British Crown to place the island under the colonial regime of direct rule, i.e. direct administration by the United Kingdom. Thus, in 1865, after much agitation and tension, the British colonial administration replaced the Assembly with one made up of 50% elected members and 50% members appointed by the United Kingdom, more favourable to the interests of the planters.